My name is James, and today I'm going to be giving you my best bets for Vegas 97. Gilbert Burns taking on Sean Brady. Before we get into some of my best bets, thank you to everybody who have subscribed. We hit 100 subscribers. Phenomenal. Great stuff. Last weekend we did okay. Some of our bets hit. Let's take a look at our confident favorites here. 3 out of 4. Edmund almost got it done, but GM3 pulled off an upset. Fair enough. Richie, was the only kind of underdog, or pretty much even money to win there. Bazooka, I've already explained it in my last video that it was just for a bet because my friend had a bet on him, so fair play. Nunez, close fight, so could have went either way. Here are the props. Some of them hit, some of them didn't. Fair enough. I was still kind of on the money for most of them. And then same thing for the parlays. Good stuff. Let's not waste any time and let's get into the best bets for this card. First, we have Alessandro Costa. He doesn't lose. He's my lock of the week. He trains with Diego Lopez. Matt Schnell, even though he's put on great fights in the past, his chin's done. And I feel like even though he's still young, he's coming to the end of his career. Yes, he can throw up a slick scramble, locking a submission here and there. Costa is a specimen. You're not going to outbody him. He's huge. And he's well-rounded in literally everything. So Costa, super confident favorite. Yes. He's going to win. Lock of the week, Isaac Dogarian, the odds are gone, 20-1 basically now. He should win. He's just going to be better everywhere in this situation. Don't bet on this. It's just, he's a confident favorite in a sense. Jacqueline Amorim, I don't like Demopoulos, which is her opponent. She's a point fighter, and I don't find her skills that good. She always throws something, but it's never really with danger. Where Jacqueline Amorim, she on the feet, she's okay. She's a good striker, but she wants to get it down on the ground, and when she does, she's slick on the ground. She can find the submission. She can hold you there. Good stuff. So I'm pretty confident in her to get it done. Only problem with her, though, is kind of her gas tank does worry me a little bit, but she's going to get done. She's going to get done. And then next, Andre Petrosky. I'm confident he's going to win. Do I like the 3-1 odds? Not a chance. Okay? Not being funny, in not his last fight for the fight, but the fight before that, he knocked himself out by shooting a takedown on somebody's hip. You can't trust him. But if he goes to his wrestling right away, Budka has the suspect gas tank, and I don't know where Budka lies yet. I don't think he's that good. Petrosky, I've known what I've seen from him, and I know that he's good. So I like Petrosky here as a confident favorite. Let's get into some solid underdogs, though. First, we have Felipe Dos Santos. He's taking on Andre Lima. I like Andre Lima as a prospect. I think he could be something in the UFC yet. I just don't know how good he is. Felipe Dos Santos, he fights out of the shooter box gym, the Charles Oliveira kind of white hair. He throws something every time, throws it with pure power. He's slick on the ground, has BJJ. I like the odds. I think this is a pick'em fight, so I'm going to take the underdog money against Andre Lima, who, again, is good. But his first fight, he got bit, right? So obviously, fair enough, he won that, but he was losing that fight. If you look at the scorecards, I believe he lost the first round against his opponent, Igor, or whatever his name was. And then his second fight, I forget who it was against, but I'm pretty sure he was eye-poking and cheating and all that kind of shit. I don't trust Andre Lima yet, not on the hype train, so I'm going to go with Felipe Dos Santos. He's dangerous, and I like his style. Next, Chris Padilla. He's taking on Wrong Zhu, I think his name is. Chris Padilla is solid, okay? He's solid on the ground, has great BJJ, okay on the feet as well. He shoots as many takedowns as he wants. The problem is, though, is people tend to get up from those takedowns. He's not really good at controlling people there. So I get why he is an underdog. Wrong is pretty much the same guy. He just has the ability to hold people there, and he has mean power on the feet. Problem is, though, is all his wins are obviously on the road to UFC and, regional kind of guys. Chris Padilla is tested in the UFC. We know he's good. So, yes, he does have a chance. I'm not a 3-1 confident level on Wrong. I think he could easily lose this to Padilla, who is a dog and, can be in tough situations and still kind of fight for himself. Gonna trust the prospect, even though I don't like it. So, for value-wise, Padilla is a solid bet here. And then last one is Jessica Andrade. She's taking on Natalia Silva. I think that's how you say your first name. I like Silva, okay? I think she has a great chance of winning, great prospect, undefeated, all that kind of fun stuff. She's taking on Jessica Andrade, who, for me, is a very frustrating fighter to watch because, A, she's either going to win when you least expect her to, or B, she's going to lose when you expect her to win. Okay, she's a veteran savvy, you know, former champion, you know, kind of not as much technique as you want from her, but she's small, she's tough, she throws everything with powers, bombs you, throws you to the ground, the whole fucking works. Okay, do I think Andrade can do that to Silva? Possibly. You know, Silva likes to be a bully, and when she can't necessarily bully her opponent, we don't know. This is her hardest test. Jessica Andrade has the veteran savvy. You know, she can obviously hit hard as well. She has all the tools to get it done. It's just what kind of Andrade are we going to see today or on Saturday? I'm going to, you know, take the side, go with the underdog. I like the value on her, and hopefully she can get it done. Again, to be honest, I don't really care who wins. I actually like both fighters there, so to me, it's a win-win. Let's get into some props. Fight does not go the distance for Schnell versus Costa. Lock of the week for Costa. He's going to get it done round 1, or if you look at the very bottom there, sub or KO, TKO, round 1. Just a beast. You know, Schnell's chin is just gone. He obviously is very tough at times too, so, you know, probably won't be round 1. But either way, I just don't think it's going to go the distance. Costa is just far too dangerous. Over 1.5 rounds for Burns and Brady. Both guys have around 10 to 11 minutes of fight time. Love to see that. So over 1.5, they just need to get over 7.5 minutes. Theoretically should be done. You know, both guys are wrestlers. Both guys probably want to hold each other on the ground. So like to see that. And both guys aren't necessarily dangerous. You know, Brady, a prospect, no kind of power, not kind of that dangerous. And Burns, yes, although dangerous, coming to the end of his career. So that's that. Next, we have Dogarian by sub or TKO. Two of his places where I think he's going to be the strongest. He's going to get the takedowns. And it's whether A, he's going to submit his opponent when he gets the takedown, or B, he's just going to do some fucking elbows on the ground, TKO, that kind of style. So I can see those going. I doubt this fight goes to the distance. If it does, I'll be quite shocked. But, you know, that's just the fight game. Next, we have Amorim. I'm on that side of that fight because, again, I don't like Parleys. I don't even know how to say her name. Just don't like the fighter. I like Amorim here. I think she has slick ground game, so I like the sub aspect of it. And the decision, it's a women's fight, probably going to go to the decision there. Unless, the only thing that worries me is the gas tank. You know, the end of round 2, start of round 3, does she start to gas out? And that's where Demopoulos, I think is how you say her name, you know, she starts picking up wind. I don't know. I don't think so. I think Amorim's going to get it done, but again, you never know. Next kind of prop here, we have Garcia or Kyle, KO or TKO. I think one of them is knocking each other out. I'm personally on the Kyle side. If I had to bet money, I would be on the Garcia side, just because he has that kind of power and he has the technique. Kyle's Canadian, I'm Canadian. I want to see a Canadian finally win something, you know? And Kyle, you know, he's one of those guys who could never really get it going in the UFC, but recently he's kind of been on a streak, finding himself, finding the power, everything like that. I like the momentum with Kyle. Again, on the opposite side, I like the momentum on Garcia because he's pulling up like one of the most longest active win streaks right now, silently. Like, unless you know the UFC, you don't know Steve Garcia, but he's pulling off almost a world record in the UFC. Crazy stuff. Next, you know, we have Trevor Peak. Love that guy. He's gonna win by KO or TKO, even though the actual guy he's fighting technically is better than him. Peak is tough, okay? And I don't see Peak losing by decision, submission, anything like that. He's either A, himself going to get knocked out, or B, his toughness, his sheer will, gas out the other opponent, and then TKO or knock out the other opponent there. Love to see that. And then I've already mentioned the KO or sub by Costa. Last part, my favorite part, we have the parlay section. As you see on the screen, I've kind of labeled them my level of confidence in them: safe, you know, medium, very risky, all that kind of stuff. Let's go over it. Costa and Petrosky. Costa, he's kind of the anchor of this. He is gonna win. And then Petrosky, again, I feel like he wins. I don't actually have a doubt in that. I just don't like betting $300 to make $100. Like, you know, the 3-1 favorites there. So I don't like it. I think it definitely hits though. I'm probably going to put some of my own money. Obviously, as you'll see in my next best bets video or the next breakdown, you'll probably see some winning bets off this bet here. Next, we have Span and Amorim. Again, Span should get it done. He's fighting a 40-year-old, but Span's unpredictable. You know, he could lose that. And then Amorim, same thing. Demopoulos, she could just be a point fighter and just be annoying and not get taken down and just, you know, boring stuff. Don't want that. So for that reason, I want Amorim to win, and Span should hit. I'm feeling pretty confident. Again, I probably will make that bet as well. Don't have the round lines yet because I'm filming this on the Monday here. So over 1.5 for Amorim and Burns, pretty safe. Both fighters have over 10 minutes of fight time, so should be pretty confident in that one. Next, we have Span and Brady. Again, Span is good, should win. Again, he should be able to get the knockout or decision there. And then Brady, he's just fast. He's the faster, younger prospect, all that kind of stuff. Against Burns, who, yes, is deadly, but he's coming to the end of the career. And I don't think he's going to lose this, or I think he is going to lose to somebody like Brady. So safe-ish, should hit, but again, some, forgot what the word is there. Some cautions, I guess you could say there. Next, we're going into some risky. This one is just value-wise. Padilla and Nelson. Again, I'm on the Kyle Nelson side. You could swap out Steve Garcia if you want, and then Padilla. I'm on the wrong side, but I think Padilla could win this as well. So 2 underdogs that I do think win. Not necessarily do think win, but do have a chance of winning. Good value if you parlay them. Plus 753 on the Bet365 that I use there. Good stuff. Next, we have the Brazilian parlay. This could hit. I don't know. Could hit. Felipe Dos Santos, again, just a very dangerous guy. Throws everything with power. Throws always something like it. Next, we have Gabriel Santos. Slick on the ground. Should get the submission. And Jessica Andrade. Or you could swap out Silva as well. Both Brazilian there. As long as you have 3 Brazilian fighters there, you make it your own. Should hit. Okay, Brazilian fighters, they're on a roll right now. Plus 1,000. You love to see that. You love to see that. Yeah, so that is my best bets of the card here. So if you guys disagree or like any of the bets, leave a comment down below, and obviously we can discuss there. But thank you so much for watching, and let's make some money. Come